Okay, so I was referred to this video by one of my YouTube commenters as a real slap in the face. According to him, this is the ultimate indictment of Kyle Rittenhouse. It's titled, Kyle Rittenhouse Exposed. Kenosha militia pointed guns at protesters. Wow, that's pretty amazing. This evidence that he's presenting to us is just going to be so rock solid. It's going to leave us speechless. I can bet on it. Well, maybe not quite so much. I have been told that the presenter here is street savvy. More than two people have said this is a real street savvy explanation of what took place in Kenosha that night. My reaction is, look, I'm not interested in a street savvy explanation. I want to know what the law says. So we're going to find out. We're going to look at this video and judge for ourselves. Does the presenter make a point? Does he really have Kyle Rittenhouse over a barrel? Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnnie Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnnie Walker Dread Show.
Okay, so here it is, and let me set the stage for you. According to this YouTuber, Kyle Rittenhouse was around pointing guns at people and pointing guns at Joseph Rosenbaum. And the only reason why Jojo Rosenbaum chased him was because Kyle threatened him with his rifle. Well, let's see here. We're going to have the evidence presented to us, the damning evidence that's going to show that, you know what, it wasn't Jojo at fault here. It was that menacing Kyle Rittenhouse. Let's see how he does.
All right, I'm pretty sure most of y'all heard about this Kyle Rittenhouse situation. It's the guy that shot 3 people in Kenosha, Wisconsin during the protests. He killed 2 people and injured 1 person. Now everybody's saying what he did was self-defense.
Okay, so far he's got it right.
It's a whole lot of conservatives, I'd say, trying to defend this man and act like what he did was legal, even though.
Okay, so we're going to go right marching into a political deal. That's what it means to these people. This is politics. It's not about whether Kyle was correct or not in what he did. This is political. They want Kyle convicted because they think he represents the political right. And so immediately, there are a lot of conservatives out there that are trying to protect him. There's some liberals too. I know a few liberals that are all in favor of Kyle Rittenhouse being exonerated here. You know why? Because even liberals have eyes. Even liberals can watch videos and determine, it looks like Jojo is chasing Kyle, not the other way around. Okay, let's move on.
Oh, he's a 17-year-old kid. He don't supposed to have a gun in the first place. He paid somebody to buy him a gun. He went over the state lines from Illinois to Wisconsin to use the gun.
Okay, so right away, he went over the state lines to use the gun. What is their infatuation with the Illinois-Wisconsin border? What difference does it make if he crossed a state line or not? It makes no difference whatsoever. I have another video where I show that any comment made that tries to make a case that Kyle Rittenhouse is somehow guilty because he crossed state lines is unconstitutional. They just can't get that out of their minds. Furthermore, there is no evidence that he went over the state line to go to the protest at all. It turns out that most likely he didn't even know about the protest until he was already in Wisconsin.
And he pretended he was guarding a building, from the rioters or whatever. He was trying to protect the building from the rioters.
But he was. I mean, we know that. He's shown on video camera protecting the buildings. And his friend, Ryan Balch, well, I wouldn't say a friend, his acquaintance at the moment, Ryan Balch is seen many times telling people to get off the property. So he is defending the property. How good is he at it? I don't know. But he is trying to, at least, defend the property.
You know how they try to paint everybody that's protesting as rioters so they can make their little stupid-ass arguments about defending themselves. That's all that is, but...
Well, if they're not rioting, then don't worry about whether they are protecting the property, right? If they're only there to protest and these people are only there to protect the property, there should be no confrontation at all. Turns out there was a lot of confrontation because guess what? There was a lot of property damage that night. They almost burned down the town the night before, and they set a lot of stuff on fire that night. It is naive to think that we're only talking about BLM protesters here. No, a lot of the people there that night were rioters, and Joseph Rosenbaum was one of them.
Yeah, he ended up shooting 2 people in that situation, and everybody is ignoring like all of the details that pretty much proves that these guys was threatening people with guns, pointing guns at people and everything like that.
Okay, so he's talking about these guys. Now, is he including Kyle in that? Well, yeah, he's sort of. Like, this is guilt by association. And so he's going to make a claim that because some guys were pointing their guns at people, therefore Kyle must have. We'll see how well he does on that.
Everybody trying to act like he was just peaceful. He was a medic. He was going out here trying to help people. He just happened to have a gun around his shoulders or whatever, the shoulder strap.
Okay, so you have not been paying attention to what Kyle said. He told you why he had the rifle. He said that he's going to be going in to help people and he's going into harm's way. Somebody might attack him. Guess what happened? Somebody attacked him. Yeah, it sounds like he had a pretty good reason to have the rifle with him at that time. But there's also no doubt that he's there to help people medically. He's got a med kit. He's on video looking for injured people, and he's on video helping an injured person.
Just to help people out, and he had the gun just to defend himself in case something went wrong. But if you're smart, you pretty much know he went out there looking for trouble. He was just posing as a fucking medic.
Oh, really? Okay, so you're going to show evidence of that. You're going to show us evidence that he was only posing as a medic just so he could hurt people. Well, we'll see how that holds up in your video documentary.
Like he was peaceful, but all of the threatening they did with their guns and shit like that was pretty much covered up. They were just pretending they was doing good shit.
Okay, so he goes back to they. Notice, he makes a claim about Kyle, but then he goes back to they. Guilt by association. He's making a claim that because some people did some bad things that night, Kyle must have as well.
To cover up for they little racist militia and shit. They going against Black Lives Matter, and they trying to help out the police. So I'm gonna show y'all everything that I can show y'all that people trying to gloss over. It's all of the proof that shows you that this dude pretty much went there looking for trouble.
Okay, so he has said proof. This is going to show you proof that Kyle went there looking for trouble. Hey, proof's a pretty strong word. Not even in science can we prove things. You can prove things in mathematics. You're not going to be able to prove something in such a complex deal here as a crime. However, if you could provide compelling evidence, let's say evidence beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm more than willing to listen. Let's see how you do. But it better be good evidence. We'll see.
Watch this.
Yeah. We're just like comment. Hey, if you can keep people from pointing their guns at the crowd. Yeah, no laser pointers either. No laser pointers. They think that's guns too.
Now y'all heard that. If you can keep people from pointing their guns at the crowd, and then the other dude said no laser pointers either. So not only were they pointing guns at people, they were pointing laser pointers at people too, just to scare them away.
They. Not Kyle. Kyle's right there. You see him? He's right here. By the way, I don't know why one of my dealios here is in the corner, but we won't worry about it. But here's Kyle. And this person is complaining to these guys to tell the others not to point their rifles at the crowd. Well, doesn't that sort of indicate that Kyle isn't? And by the way, if you look, Kyle isn't.
Let's play that back.
Hey, if you can keep people from pointing their guns at the crowd.
Yeah, no laser pointers either. No laser pointers. They think that's guns too.
Again, this proves that Kyle isn't. Why would these guys complain to Ryan Balch right there, right next to Kyle, about those guys on the roof pointing their rifles if Kyle was actually one of those? If anything, it kind of shows that Kyle was not a part of the people who were pointing their guns at the crowds.
Now, this is the militia that's supposed to be protecting this building that you're looking at, saying that to people that's standing on top of the building. And I don't know if they point guns at people from on top of the building, as well as pointing guns at people, while they're on foot on the ground and surrounding the protesters and shit like that. Because these same people was in the crowd with protesters with their guns on them.
I don't know if he doesn't realize that it's Kyle right there in front of him. Does he not know that that's Kyle? Not pointing his rifle? Receiving the complaints from these people about the others pointing their rifle?
And what I'm about to show you is one of the guys that got killed was complaining about a gun being pointed at him. So,
by Kyle? Interesting. Okay, I haven't heard that yet. This must be some new revelation that he's going to show us, that Jojo Rosenbaum, who is going to be talking about, was complaining that Kyle was pointing a rifle at him. Oh, this is going to get really good because I have not seen this yet.
I don't know if they would just point it at people on the ground and point it at people from the top of the roof. This business they're supposed to be protecting, but it's obvious that they were doing something of that nature.
I don't know. I don't see it on video. Nothing's obvious. You don't know if any of this is true. You don't know if anybody was pointing their rifles at the crowd just because somebody said so. However, I'm willing to concede that there might have been. People typically won't protest that unless it happened. But those guys aren't Kyle. I want to know what Kyle did. I don't care what these people on the roof did. And by the way, he's telling us that these are militia members. They're actually probably not. I think these are just a bunch of people that came up on their own volition. I don't think any of them are a member of a militia.
Because not only was one of the guys that got killed complaining about guns being pointed at him, but it was other people talking about it too. It's so many clues that point you to somebody getting threatened with guns.
By Kyle, right? By Kyle. I just want to make sure that we're understanding. Let's see, the title is Kyle Rittenhouse Exposed. So I'm assuming he's talking about Kyle pointing the rifle.
And y'all gonna catch on when I show y'all this. Now this clip right here, this went down right before you see Rosenbaum, who was the first guy to get shot by Kyle Rittenhouse.
Actually, this didn't go down just before, but okay.
This happened right before Rosenbaum started complaining about people pointing guns at him, right?
Okay.
Now you can see these guys in the clip. These are some of the militia members acting all nervous and putting their hands on their guns, looking like they're ready to raise their guns and shoot.
Okay, so let's see here. Which one is Kyle? Well, it's not this guy. He's definitely taller and wearing dark. This guy here? No, that's not Kyle. I don't see Kyle.
Whoever is about to, come close to them. Watch. You see how frantic this guy is?
Yeah, but it's not Kyle. I don't care. He can be frantic as all he wants. Doesn't matter to me.
Looking around and shit. You see this guy? Hand on his gun.
Well, none of them are Kyle.
People complaining. That's Rosenbaum. This Rosenbaum right here, like, what the fuck is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? That's him right there. That guy is dead right now. Now,
yeah, he's dead, but none of these guys shot him.
Look, you heard that gunshot go off or whatever that sound was, and this guy right here acting scared as fuck. You see how they acting? Now I don't know if they acting like that because the guy in the clip that I'm gonna show you later in this video was saying that 6 gunshots went off and the militia had to tell people in the crowd that it wasn't them shooting.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't them shooting. Isn't that a possibility? Let's see how he destroys that argument.
And I don't know if it was the police shooting, just trying to set shit off, so people could think that it was the protesters and the militia shooting at each other. But you got to analyze it yourself.
Okay, let's analyze it.
I feel like it was maybe the cops shooting and then scaring the militia members and trying to make them set off some shit between the militia and the protesters. But
okay, so there's your analysis. I feel like, I don't care what you feel like. What does the evidence suggest? You have none. You hear some gunshots go off. You have no way of knowing who's shooting. Not these guys. I mean, I can tell you right now, I mean, if they were shooting and that was what we heard, it would be little pop guns or something. These guys aren't shooting. Who's shooting? You have no way of knowing. And so you just make up this bullshit argument. I feel like it was the police doing this. Based on what?
But You got to analyze it yourself. I just know that these guys was frantic as fuck. They was scared. They was acting nervous, looking like they was ready to shoot, hands on their guns and shit like that. Like,
well, none of them are pointing their guns at the crowd. This guy here on the left, he's got his gun pointing at the ground. This guy looks like he's got his gun kind of pointing at the ground. I don't know what... This guy looks like he's got his gun strapped over his shoulder. So, where's all this gun pointing crowd thing going?
and it led to people complaining about guns being pointed at them. Now, the guy Rosenbaum, his last name is Rosenbaum. I don't remember his first name, but...
Well, why don't you do your research? It's Joseph, or you probably call him Jojo.
He's the first guy that got shot in the head and the groin and 2 other places, I believe. And I know...
Okay, the actual fatal shot was the one that went down through the back because he lunged after Kyle's rifle. If you've done your research, you would know that.
He got shot 4 times for sure. But he says, nigga, don't point no motherfucking gun at me. I'll die for mine. Listen. You hear that? It's clear as hell. Don't point no motherfucking gun at me. One more time. Now, that's the guy right here that I'm circling right now saying this. That's the first guy that Kyle Rittenhouse shot. The short, bald-headed guy. This guy was only 5'3". He was chasing Kyle, who looks like he's much bigger than this small guy. And the guy, Kyle, he acting like he had no other choice but shoot. Now,
okay, so first of all, Joseph Rosenbaum is complaining that somebody pointed a rifle at him, but it wasn't Kyle. Kyle isn't even here. He's at the mechanic shop at this time. So it wasn't Kyle, but it might have been somebody who looked like Kyle. And that's where the problem might have come from. And this dude is not even bringing up that possibility.
the guy, Kyle, he acting like he had no other choice but shoot. Now, you scared of this short-ass man. If your first reaction is somebody chasing you and throwing a fucking Walmart bag at you, that's what he threw at him. People try to say it was a Molotov, a brick, and shit like that. This man threw a Walmart bag at Kyle Rittenhouse with something light in it. Like, just heavy enough to make it fly a little bit. But
so you've examined the bag and you know what was in it? Really? Good, because I would like to know. We can guess that it was probably just like aftershave and maybe some deodorant or something like that, but we don't know. He might have put a rock in there for all we know. So this is called conjecture. You have no way of knowing what was in the bag, but more importantly, Kyle had no way of knowing what was in the bag. You really think Kyle is going to stop running and look over there to check the contents to make sure that it's not harmful? Do you really think he's going to do that? Do you really think he should? Kyle is running. He hears a gunshot go off, and this dude's throwing a bag at him or throwing something at him. He has no way of knowing if that's a lethal threat or not. And furthermore, the law says he doesn't have to go and find out first before he can apply self-defense. As far as Rosenbaum's size goes, okay, this is something I'm going to have to put up one of those dumb arguments about. This has been a dumb argument for a while now. That is, Rosenbaum is a very small guy. Okay, he's 5'3", and you can see he's pretty short. Kyle isn't really that big. He's like 5'9", okay, but he's bigger than Rosenbaum. So why would Kyle be scared of Rosenbaum? There's a reason. Well, there's a number of reasons. Number one, he doesn't know if Rosenbaum is armed or not. Rosenbaum could very well have a knife. How would Kyle know? Let's suppose that he doesn't think that Joseph is armed. Joseph is maybe 5'3", but he's older, and he's been in prison 10 years. He has a violent past, and he is out looking to kick some ass tonight. He is trying his hardest to get into fistfights with people. And he is a little psychotic. And you bundle all that up, and you have a person who could be tough to handle for somebody like Kyle. Kyle's not much of a fighter. I don't think he really is. I mean, he's maybe 5'9", but doesn't look to me as really much a person who's been in a lot of confrontations. Yeah, I know all about the summer fist fight he got into. So what? But Joseph Rosenbaum, being older, having gone into prisons, who has been in altercations all the time that he was in prison. Look at his rap sheet. He has a long string of assaults on staff. He's quite comfortable assaulting people. He can probably fight like hell. And he looks like he's in reasonably good shape, probably from working out. So I don't think Kyle really would be able to handle him. And keep in mind also, attitude is so much in a fist fight. This dude is psychotic. He's looking for a fist fight. Can Kyle clean his clock? I don't think so. I think Joseph Rosenbaum is the tougher dude. So does Kyle have a reason to fear him? Yeah, I think so. If Rosenbaum attacks him and manages to get his gun from him, he's going to shoot Kyle. I don't doubt it. And anybody who thinks otherwise doesn't know Joseph Rosenbaum. They don't know his past. He was released from a psych center earlier in the day. His own fiancée told him, don't go to the protest because you're in a bad way. And you saw him all night. He's looking to get into a confrontation. And is he the type that would take a gun from a kid and shoot him? Sure, he's already raped 5 kids. Yeah, he has no problem assaulting people. And so, yeah, I think Kyle has a reason to fear him.
He didn't even hit Kyle or nothing like that. So, and Kyle was running away from him, so he didn't even know anything was thrown at him. So,
well, you don't know that. I think that Kyle probably did see the object being thrown at him, actually.
If you watch the video where he starts shooting people, you can see something gets thrown at him, which this guy threw it at him. It didn't hit him. He was still running fast and not looking back.
Well, why did he throw something at him? If this is such a harmless object, why would the guy throw it at him? I mean, if it's a pair of socks, and I'm chasing somebody, and I want to knock him cold so I can take his rifle because I'm looking after the community, you see. I want to take this rifle from this kid because I'm so fearful of my fellow community members, because that's the kind of person JoJo was. Always out there to fight for the community, to protect the community, okay? Or let's just suggest that Rosenbaum is really mad at Kyle because Kyle threatened him. And so you have a little bag filled with some socks. Why would you throw it? He's not going to hurt him. So if I'm Kyle and I see him throw something at me, my first inclination would be whatever's in that bag could probably knock me cold.
So he didn't know what the fuck was going on. People try to act like, oh, he threw a Molotov, and that's when Kyle decided to start shooting. No, that ain't what the fuck happened. This dude just started shooting because he's a scared little ass kid.
You're making the defense's argument for them, you big dumbass. How stupid can you be? You want to insult Kyle so badly that you basically made the kid's argument for him. If he's a scared little shit, then he can use self-defense. You should have came out there and said, Kyle, big old tough dude, he's like a ninja warrior. And therefore shooting Rosenbaum was completely unjustified. He must have done it just out of meanness. But instead, what do? You go in here and you ridicule him as being timid and cowardly. And it's playing right into Kyle's hand. Well.
When, had no business having a gun any fucking ways. 17 years old. Now you will see people making excuses about him having this gun. Talking about, well, it's legal to have a gun in Wisconsin if you're under the age of 18 because you can have a gun for open carry when you're hunting.
That's not true at all. I mean, open carry isn't about hunting. You can have an open carry rifle and not go hunting. You got your laws mixed up, man. I don't know which state you're from, but it's not Wisconsin. The ability to open carry a rifle in Wisconsin has nothing to do with hunting. It was the impetus for them to make open carry legal. But open carry doesn't require that the person be out hunting.
I don't see no motherfucking deer or raccoons or none of this shit in this protest. So if you're trying to say he had a gun and it's legal for him to have it because he hunting, I don't see no motherfucking animals on this video.
Yeah, you got your argument completely fouled up. That's not what the argument is. This is a straw man. Okay. The issue here, and I'll have to try to say this slow because I have a feeling that he's going to have a hard time understanding this. The issue here is about the ability of a 17-year-old to carry a rifle legally. The question becomes, is it a violation of a certain law that requires, under certain circumstances, a certificate of achievement? One way of reading the law is that if you're not hunting, you don't have to have the certificate of achievement. And there's another side that says that it doesn't matter whether you're hunting or not, you still need it. It depends on which side of the law you're on. Frankly, I think the state's going to win on that one. And I think that what's going to happen is that they're going to say that Kyle needed a certificate of achievement, whether he was hunting or not. You got your arguments fouled up. God, I can't believe I have to deal with this. Well, I guess I don't have to. I choose to. Oh, well.
I see people, humans. You telling me he allowed to hunt humans under the age of 18? Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? This shit don't make no sense, bro. People.
It doesn't make any sense because you haven't read the law and you don't understand what the issue is.
Try to use anything to justify it. Now, you could probably go shoot a fucking deer under the age of 18 with supervision and stuff like that, but no, ain't no way you're supposed to have a gun at a fucking protest at age 17.
Okay, what does it have to do with Kyle's self-defense claim? You have to make that connection. Let's suppose that he wasn't supposed to have his rifle there. That doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't have a right to defend himself. You got to make the connection that if he wasn't allowed to have his rifle with him, he could not defend himself. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get very far in a court of law with that argument.
Humans, you ain't no motherfucking animals in this crowd.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we get it. You keep telling us there's no animals in the crowd. We get it, except Rosenbaum. He's one.
So they try to justify it, but it's obvious all the signs is pointing at him threatening people, and then they had enough of his ass, and that's when he...
All the signs are pointing at him threatening people. See, how did we get to there? You took an argument that said that he could only have a rifle if he's hunting. Clearly, there's no animals here to hunt. And from that, you jumped on the conclusion that means he must have been pointing his rifle at people. Where the hell are you getting at? You haven't shown anything, not a smidgen of evidence that Kyle himself was pointing a rifle at anyone. And you certainly haven't shown anything to show that he was pointing the rifle at Joseph Rosenbaum, who is the only person that really matters here.
He ended up getting chased by this guy right here who's complaining about what? Complaining about getting a gun pointed at him. So
by Kyle? No, I don't think so. The person he's complaining about is dressed like Kyle, but it's not Kyle. And that's your problem. You made a mistake there.
He ended up chasing him for that same fucking reason. And he was very close to Kyle Rittenhouse when, you know what I'm saying, he started chasing him. And he still had that gun on him when he started chasing him.
And he had no right to chase Kyle. No right to chase Kyle. Kyle fled. Any provocation dissipates at that point. He chose to chase Kyle. Free will. He didn't have to, but he did. Paid the price.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to up the gun at Rosenbaum again, and then Rosenbaum decided, you know, I'm tired of this little motherfucker pointing his gun at me. I'm about to do something to this dude.
Based on absolutely nothing. You have no basis for any of these claims. Well, you haven't shown us anything yet so far.
And then he tried to run away, tried to make it look like self-defense. One more time. Y'all heard him, man. Don't point no motherfucking gun at me. Now,
is he talking to Kyle? No.
Now, we're going to go to the next clip. Now this...
Oh, this is going to get good, guys. Watch the mental gymnastics that go on here. This is incredible. Now, what we have is Kyle walking along. By the way, that thing that's he's carrying here is called a med kit. It's got medical supplies in it.
This right here is Kyle Rittenhouse screaming out medic or medical or whatever, trying to act like he want to help people and shit.
Okay, so notice how he phrases this. Calling out medical or something like that. No, he's calling out medical. Get it right. And trying to make it look like he's out there to help people. Well, how do you know that he's only trying? How do you know that he's actually wanting to help people? Okay.
He still got the gun on him. And he run into like a group of three brothers. And they like, man, ain't no motherfucking medical. You better get the fuck away from me. And they end up saying, this same dude, Kyle Rittenhouse, who they was talking about, this same guy screaming out medical, fucking try to pull out a gun on us, act like he was going to shoot us or something.
Wow. I mean, if he pulled out a gun and threatened them, man, the last thing I would want them doing is say anything to him. Hell, somebody pulls an AR-15 and points it at me like he's going to shoot me, I am staying away from that dude. When I see him coming down the street, I'm going to move to the other side of the street. Stay the hell away from him. If I really fear for my life, if I really fear that he's going to do something to me, we'll see what they do.
Now watch this.
Okay, so Kyle pulls out his gun here. Now, by the way, I really want you to look away at this point because Kyle has got his gun and he's out looking for a confrontation. He wants to shoot black guys. Remember how white supremacist he is. And there's 3 black teens that are jawing off at him. Oh my God, these guys are the perfect targets. This is what he's been out looking for all night. All that medic thing, no, that was just a front. He's really looking for people to shoot. And here they are, standing right in front of him. You know what's going to happen. He's going to pull out the rifle. And, well, I just hope that you are not looking when you see what he does to these 3 guys. Okay, so the guy in the yellow advances on him. Steps out about a foot. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? He said, get off the car. I guess he pulled the gun out and told them dudes to get off a car.
Well, my question is why are they on the car? Is it their car? I have a feeling it's somebody else's car and that they're damaging it. Now, Kyle is turning away here. This is a feint. He's going to make it look like he's going to turn around, but you all know what he's doing. He's waiting. He's been waiting all night for this kind of thing. And after he gets done shooting these guys, he won't have to go walking around Kenosha doing that medic thing anymore because his bloodlust will be satisfied. And so here it is. And just again, a warning, this could be graphic.
Because you see the hand motion that this dude in the yellow pants made. Like, obviously he had a gun. They was brandishing a gun, acting like they was about ready to use that shit on him.
Okay, let's see those hands. Oh, wait, I'm a little confused. If I'm thinking that a person is pointing the gun at me, I'm doing this, not this. I mean, if you're doing this, if you shoot, it's going to hit the dirt. If you want to hurt somebody, you point it at them. Okay, let's see.
He say, fuck you talking about? I remember you. He's like, you talking about get off the car. He made the gun motion or whatever. That's what Kyle did, telling him to get off the car. And then he's like, now you talking about medical? You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of my face, homie.
I did not see any emotion there that indicated that Kyle pointed the rifle at them. Okay.
One more time, man, just for the record.
Yeah, one more time, because I must have missed it. I mean, let's watch it a little bit more carefully, because I'm sure the guy in the yellow pants is going to show us how Kyle pointed the rifle right at him, told him to get off the car.
You see him make the gun motion?
Yeah, like would you have a rifle in a single point sling? That's the way the gun is positioned. When you walk around, it's just like that. Okay.
Yeah, because they was threatening motherfuckers out there. Put their hands on their gun and giving motherfuckers orders out there. But walking around screaming out medical like they want to help people and shit. Come on, man. You gotta be a fool to not see this shit or just bias.
By what?
Well, yesterday, today.
Oh, wait. I missed it. The shooting. Hang on, let's go back. Kyle has to be the fastest draw I've ever encountered. Did you see how he shot those guys and we didn't even catch it? We're going to have to back this thing up and see if we can catch the gunshots. Okay, got to be careful now. There we go.
Well, yesterday, today.
Oh, wait, the guy's still standing there. How come he's not doing the JoJo? Laying on the ground with people taking little cell phone shots of him. Why is he standing? I don't know. Maybe Kyle missed.
What car over in the deal?
You heard what he said? He said he just had upped the gun on us. That means pretty much brandished the gun or put his hands on the gun like he was ready to use it. You know?
Frankly, I wouldn't have cared. Get off the damn car. Not your car, little vandal.
You know what I'm saying? Now he's screaming out medical.
Well, yesterday, today.
Wait, now I don't get it. Kyle just walked away from him? But that's what he was there for. Those are the targets. White supremacists, remember? Looking for black people to shoot. And these guys got in his face. And my God, if all he had to do was get into an argument with them, and he could have escalated that and found an excuse to shoot them, well, why didn't he? Why did he just walk away from them? Maybe that's part of his strategy. Maybe that's to lure them later into, I don't know.
What car over in the dealership? Sorry.
You hear him? He say he put his hands on the gun, telling us to get off the car. Now he talking about medical. So them motherfuckers is out there faking, acting like they want to help people, like acting like they some fake medics or whatever. But y'all was really out there just trying to bark orders at motherfuckers and threaten them with y'all guns. But people want to act like Kyle Rittenhouse is just this good boy and shit, just trying to protect the building. And he had the right to be out there and stop the rioters and shit. Do it look like these motherfuckers we sitting here looking at is rioting or burning down anything? Fuck no.
I'm sorry, but I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for those dudes. You're standing on somebody's car. Frankly, I wouldn't have cared if Kyle took off his rifle and smacked the butt against your forehead and knocked you cold. I would have been fine with it. Get off the damn cars, not your car.
Standing on the car, that's worth a death sentence?
Wait a minute, standing on the car is worth a death sentence? So Kyle shot these guys? Damn, I thought that Kyle only shot Joseph and Anthony Huber and Gage Grosskreutz. But according to this guy, standing on the car was a death sentence, so Kyle must have taken them out too. Maybe they're still looking for the bodies.
That's what motherfuckers out there trying to clear the crowd out for? Because they standing on the car? Take your stupid ass home. You 17 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was out there just doing dumb shit.
Well, he's not going to serve, hopefully, 60 years just because he's walking around doing dumb things. We've all done dumb things, but whatever.
Last but not least, you got this right here.
Last but not least, this is not much of a bar. He hasn't done anything yet.
Listen to this.
Trap this goddamn bullshit business in, I get it, but you left the city open. So do you know what the cops told us today? They were like, we're going to push them down by you because you can deal with them.
Okay, I'm not seeing Rosenbaum anywhere. I'm not seeing Kyle. And I'm especially not seeing Kyle provoking Rosenbaum. Where is that?
And then we're going to leave. See? And then as soon as they said
The second the shots fired, I had to tell like 6 people it wasn't from you guys.
yeah. So like,
You see what I'm saying? The cops say they're going to push the protesters down by this militia that's threatening people with guns and shit, so the militia can deal with them.
What does it have to do with Kyle?
trap this goddamn bullshit business in, I get it, but you left the city open. So do you know what the cops told us today? They were like, we're going to push them down by you because you can deal with them. And then we're going to leave. See? And then as soon as they said
The
that,
second the shots fired, I had to tell like 6 people it wasn't from you guys.
yeah.
Now, you heard it for yourself. What more can I say? The cops themselves told the militia members.
What more can you say? Well, what I was hoping you could say was, here is Kyle provoking Rosenbaum. Here is Kyle pointing his rifle at people. Here is Kyle making it clear that Rosenbaum needs to attack him. I was hoping you were going to say something like that, but I ain't getting it. Instead, this is a clip from after the shooting. Kyle is nowhere near here. Furthermore, I don't see anybody pointing rifles at anybody.
That they was going to push the protesters down by the militia so the militia can deal with the protesters. Now, you know what they meant by deal with them.
I don't know, but that's hearsay. The police may have said something like that, but that doesn't mean Kyle pointed his rifle at anyone.
They was going to let the militia shoot them, and then the cops said they was going to leave and not do shit about it. Now, this is the video of the shooting right here. This is Kyle Rittenhouse turning around, ready to shoot his gun, and over here is Rosenbaum chasing him.
Now, why is Rosenbaum chasing him again? Oh, that's right. Because Kyle was pointing his rifle at him, even though we have seen no evidence of that whatsoever. That first shot, that's Joshua Zeminski, not Kyle.
You heard the 4 gunshots go off. Kyle go around the car. You see, he come around the car because he done already shot the guy with his
Yeah, we get that.
scared ass. And the guy's laid out right here, and a real medic actually go take care of him, try to help him out.
No, a real medic is going to get the hell out of there. If I'm an EMT and I have a mob coming, get the hell out of there. Screw JoJo. You don't want to be laying down on the road bleeding out. You don't be going chasing me. You chased me. You tried to take my rifle. You can just lay on that ground for all I give a shit. I wouldn't sit there and try to resuscitate him. Kyle is under no obligation to stay there. None at all. And in fact, if he had stayed there, all of you guys would be saying that the only reason why he stayed there was he was going to try to take some shots at the people that were coming to help Rosenbaum. That's exactly what you would have said. He did the right thing. He got out of there. He fled.
Got laid out right there.
Where's the whole?
I'm not sure what JoJo's thinking, but I have a feeling it was something along the lines of, that was kind of a mistake. Remind me not to chase that dude anymore.
Wait, where are you? He's right here in his head,
I love all the cell phones. They get the cell phones out. Take photos of him. Yeah, real sympathetic crowd, by the way.
Come on! Put pressure, put pressure, put pressure! Hey, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. You shot him!
I didn't know.
Hey, you're okay, you're okay. You're okay.
So yeah, that's what happened. He ran down the street and people tried to rush him and take the gun from him. He shot
Like dummies.
two more people, and one of the other people he shot died. The other guy lost half of his fucking arm or something like that. But
Like a dummy.
I'm focusing on the first shooting because if he never did this, then the other people wouldn't have been chasing him in the first place. And I don't think this was self-defense, because what were you defending yourself from?
Joseph Rosenbaum chasing him, trying to take his rifle. That's what. It's on video.
Besides somebody running at you and you being scared to confront.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, running at me, trying to take my rifle. Because he's going to turn around and shoot me.
Whatever the fuck was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it wasn't a fucking death sentence at the point that he shot him at. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't have been if Joseph Rosenbaum hadn't chased him. It wouldn't have been a death sentence. He ran up to Kyle. Kyle was walking down the street, minding his own business. Wasn't threatening Joseph Rosenbaum at all. Rosenbaum ambushed him. And he didn't have to. And that's why he's laying bleeding out there, was because he did something really dumb.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to have a gun anyway. He's 17 years old. And he was obviously provoking Rosenbaum.
Obviously provoking Rosenbaum. You haven't shown a single shred of evidence of that yet. All you have in 20 minutes is one clip of three dudes claiming that Kyle might have pointed a rifle at them, but they don't even show the kind of thing that you would do if you were pointing.
And his militia was provoking people with the guns before all of this shit happened, so I don't look at that as no fucking self-defense. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe. This is some bullshit right here. They're trying to cover up all of the things that led up to Kyle shooting a guy, acting like he was just innocent the whole time, when they was really provoking people the whole time.
Actually, just the contrary. The media has done everything they can to try to paint Kyle as a white supremacist who is out looking for trouble. And this guy fell for it. In that confrontation with those three black dudes, okay, Kyle walks up to him, but why is he on camera? He's on video because he invited the guy to follow him, to videotape him. Well, if he's out looking for trouble, if he's out looking for people to assault, to provoke, why would he do that? We have video clip of him telling the guy, yeah, come on, or something to that effect. You can come with us. If he's out looking to hurt people, he doesn't want video cameras around. Now, people are banding this video around. This is a street smart dude. Oh, he's so street smart. This is how a street smart guy analyzes a video. I don't care about street smart. I care about the law. What does the law say? And I care about what actually happened and what I know. It could be that Kyle did provoke Rosenbaum, but I can't go by what I don't see in front of me. And I don't have any evidence of that. You show me the evidence that that happened, I might change my mind. Although, to be honest with you, even if he did provoke it, he did run from Rosenbaum, and therefore he reasserted his self-defense rights, so it doesn't make any difference anyway. But at least I'd be willing to acknowledge the point that Kyle played a role in it. But I don't see anything here. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. And don't listen to this kind of crap. This is junk.